Hi everyone. So today we're going to do a genetic variation lab where you're going to be looking at a population of fake organisms and you're going to be counting what happens to them after a series of environmental changes. Okay, normally I would have little bags of beans that you would be sorting and counting and things like that, but we're going to do it on PowerPoint. So I want to show you a little bit how to manipulate these things on a PowerPoint presentation. You're going to be given a beginning population. And this is what your beginning population looks like. And you're going to need to do a count. And in order to count it, it's probably easier just to sort it. So you're not just kind of standing over or hovering over your screen trying to count them, but you can just move them. So all I'm doing is click, hold down the button and drag. Click, hold down the button and drag. Click and drag. So that's all I am doing to move them. Make sure it stays. See how it's a cross? Click and drag. What you don't want to do is end up, clicking on it and then getting this arrow, because all that's going to do is change its size. So click and drag. And so you're just going to basically first sort all of these out into its separate categories, and you're basing these, you're basically sorting these based on phenotype. Phenotype is basically means its appearance or what a gene looks like. So we're assuming these pink ones have a gene for pink, and pink is what it looks like. So its phenotype is what the gene actually looks like. So once you go through and you sort all of those, you're going to go to the next, go back to the instruction slide that told you what you were supposed to do, and you're going to basically put these in here. You're going to say, okay, I have pink ones, I had purple ones, and I had 6 of those, and I had 20 of those, and you're going to add them all up. Okay, and you're going to put your total population down here, and then you're going to also tell me how many variations. Variations means how many different kinds did you have. I spelled that wrong. So how many different kinds did you have? So in this particular population, I had purple, yellow, pink, black, and green, and blue. So that's 6 different variations. Okay. Now, after you do that, it says to go ahead, record the results, and then copy all your zigguats and paste them onto the after 100 years slide 6 environment. So basically what's happening is we're going to follow these zigguats over the course of 300 years, because evolution or change over time takes a lot of time. It does not happen very quickly. So I'm going to go back down here to the ones I was messing with. So what you're going to do here is you're going to basically start up in the corner. See how I have an arrow? And I'm going to select them all. Just drag it and then let go. And see how everything now is selected? And then I can hold down Control C to copy everything. Go to my next slide and do Control V. Boom, it's pasted it all on there. And now this one is going to have instructions. If you look at where you're supposed to paste it here, then it has instructions about what you're going to do. You're actually going to have to kill some of your zigguat population based on the change in the environment that is selecting for or against a certain kind of variation. Okay, so you'll just continue doing that. So on this slide, I would then delete all of the ones that it says to delete. I might have to do a little math because it says to remove 50% of them. So you'll have to figure out how much 50% of those are. And it's different for each slide. And then you're going to recount your population. And you're going to do this 3 times till you get to after 300 years. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to graph your population. Now, the graph can be done with, well, see, you can use like straight line tools. You can do that to get the edges of the graph if you want. You can click the Draw tab and you can draw it. But you're basically what you're going to do is you're going to graph your population after let's see. I don't think it'll let me draw the cursor. Yeah. After, you're going to have a beginning population. You're going to have a population after 100 years, after 200 years, after 300 years. Okay, and it's kind of comparing the population of those. So you could do a bar graph. You can also do a line graph. And this obviously is going to be your population, your number. Okay, so that's what you're going to want to do there. And finally, you're going to look here at basically your chart. And this chart is going to be your data and the data of some of your classmates. And you're going to be using this data graph and yours to answer some questions in Canvas. So hopefully that helps you get started with this, and let me know if you have any questions.